Some Jew once said that the greatest military general wants his foe at its best. And I felt it necessary that I share my interpretation of that. This is a pho. It's a pho Thai Nam Gao. That means rice noodle soup with meat. And we've got a few adornments here. Jalapenos, very important in a good pho. We got cayenne powder. This is basically powder that makes things spicy. And we got hot sauce. And we got Diet Cola. Well, I prefer a pho that is very, very spicy. Just like my memes. I like memes. I'm a lord of memes, both spicy and stale, but when it comes to pho, prefer spicy. Let's see how it is. Lost my spoon in here somewhere. It's a little spicy. Needs more. Jalapenos. Cayenne powder, not to be confused with chili powder. Chili powder is it's a combination of spices for chili, as in meat and vegetable stew. But cayenne powder is just pure fire, or in the technical sense, capsaicin. Doesn't really change the flavor of a thing, just adds the fire to it. Hot sauce. Yeah, I don't really like hot sauce. I always prefer cayenne powder over hot sauce. I got this takeout. They didn't pack any limes with it. It's not very spicy yet. More jalapenos. I'm going to lay off the hot sauce since I got other sources of hot. The jalapenos and the cayenne powder. I got some cola to ease the pain. Pain? No, this is pleasure. That should be getting spicy. A lot of pho restaurants don't do very good gao. I think this is the gao. It's either the nam or the gao. I know Thai is the other one. It's particularly bad today. This pho is not quite at its best. It's very bad gao. Let's see how this is doing. It's a little spicy. Not spicy enough though. Needs more jalapenos. I'm up to like 25 milliliters of cayenne powder now. 3 whole jalapeno peppers. And of course, a pho that's at its best would be bigger than this. I used to go to a pho restaurant that had a much bigger extra large than this. And I always wanted to complete the challenge pho, that one in San Francisco. Ever since I heard of that, that was my ideal vacation destination I had in mind. I never actually did afford it, and then that place went out of business. It's not spicy enough. It's one of those ones where if you eat the whole thing, then it's free. Or if you don't eat the whole thing, then you gotta pay for it. Yeah, I've got a really, really big stomach, and by that I don't mean belly fat, I mean the actual internal organ. I think I would have been able to finish that challenge pho if I had got money soon enough, but didn't happen. I think there was 2 of them actually. 2 different restaurants that do the challenge pho. I think they both went out of business. I'm still just starting on the meat. I don't know why, but I always eat all the meat first before the noodles. That's very spicy now. Okay. Won't be needing these. I don't even have a table, that's how poor I am. Alright, let's get this party started with some more broth. A good pho should open up your pores like this. Your pores are where your sweat comes from. And porosity is good for your health. That's why you're supposed to make this spicy. Spicy as heck. This is very spicy, but like, it's not extremely spicy. I'm going to use the rest of it. I didn't think I'd actually be using all this. Here's some more of this stuff too. That might do it. Yeah, the spicy gets to you through the broth. That's why you gotta sip on that while you're still working on the meat and the noodles. I'd say this is now at least very spicy. It still doesn't feel extremely spicy. It's starting to off-gas some respiratory irritants. That's how you know it's working. Yeah. You gotta be careful not to inhale too much when you bring the food to your mouth. A pho that's really at its best would be maybe 50% bigger than this, and would also include some limes. This is really missing the little sour squeeze of lime. It's pretty good though. The Thai and the Nam are good. Find you a pho restaurant that does good gao consistently. Tell me where the hell that is. I worked with a Vietnamese guy briefly, and I actually asked him to help me learn how to pronounce Pho Thai Nam Gao. Vietnamese is a tonal language. I know a little Mandarin. But, you know, independent of the tones, that Vietnamese has got some weird sounds to it. I got a little approximation of it. I mean, I tried a few times, and he's like, you're sort of getting close, but... It's called something like a foot einem go. That's very approximate, though. Yeah. This is pretty good. Is it extreme? I still have more powder. I'm gonna throw more cayenne powder into this. There we go. So that's a little more than 2 shot glasses full. Am I going to use all this? Okay. So we're sitting at about 55 to 60 milliliters of cayenne powder. Plus, well, it wasn't 3 whole jalapenos, 3 jalapenos minus the ends. And however much hot sauce that was, not very much. I'm starting to get a runny nose. But would I call it extremely spicy at this point? I don't know. I start feeling like putting more cayenne powder in there. Okay. Now the skin on my face is sort of hurting. It's a good sign. Grab a little more cayenne powder. Not much. That's all done now. I'm starting to actually feel the burn inside now too. Mm-hmm. I don't really like the flavor of jalapenos. I put them in there to contribute to the spicy, and to contribute their flavor a little, but I actually prefer the flavor eating them directly. But I want to finish everything in this bowl. I got some more ice. Got ice ready. Got more Diet Cola ready. Yeah, now I'm starting to get that feeling like you get when you take a brisk walk up a steep slope. It's enjoyable in that sort of way. It's no walk in the park. Okay, this is extremely spicy now, which is what I had intended. Well, now the whole inside of my mouth is fire. This may be difficult. The inside of my mouth is fire. The lips are fire. The rest of the skin on my face is fire. My insides are on fire. I'll be able to finish this. Not with great ease, though. I had to flip the tape over. Let me just go noise sample. Okay, I was saying it cut off. I'll be able to finish this, but not with ease. Back where they had the really good sized extra large, it was called Gold Train 2. Great full restaurant. I one time ordered 2 extra larges. I ate all of one and almost finished the second one. That's why I think I would have been able to take on the challenge pho if I got there before it closed down. That wasn't the best one either. Gold Train 2. Nah, the meat was often stale. Oh. Tapping out is starting to seem like a possibility, but I'll be fine. I've eaten about half the solid jalapeno though. I gotta try to empty everything in this bowl though. So I gotta do the rest of these too. I think I haven't even got through half the broth. Noodles are easy. Oh. My breath is fire. Don't worry, nothing's coming up. It's just a little irritant. Oh, these aren't cut marks or anything. The bag this came in was a really thin bag, so I was carrying it like this. Screensaver. This mug is the very, very rare A&W extra large. I think they don't even make them anymore, but I picked up 2 while they still existed. Ugh. Well, one time I saw some picture on the front of Reddit. Someone had a mug that looked exactly like this, but it had the Super Mario Brothers 3 logo on it. So I don't know, somehow one manufacturer sold to both Nintendo and A&W or something. Or maybe it was some kind of Super Mario promotion at A&W back in the 80s. Wait, Mario 3 was the 80s or early 90s? Well, there's only 5 slices of jalapeno left. I thought my hand was shaking or something. The idea of tapping out is starting to seem a little more prominent in my mind. But if I'm at my best, shouldn't I be able to beat my foe at its best? Yeah, this is a really, really good food. I'm just gonna flip over both of the tapes to be sure. By that I mean the audio track from the microphone and the video track from the camera. Too easy. No, I beat the Bobby Wing challenge at Wings Restaurant. Now that was too easy. I don't know why, but they put double the sauce on mine. Still too easy. Although, show me someone from the actual province of Sichuan. I'll show you someone who could down this and make me look like someone who is barely able to down this. You know that expression, necessity is the mother of invention. The Sichuan province of China. Oh, this is, I think, yeah, my dad told me this, and let's just say that he hasn't always refrained from telling me troll dad false facts. Well, what he said is, the reason that the province of Sichuan has spicy food is because it helps them sweat, and then that keeps them cool because it's a desert climate. If they didn't have really spicy food there, it would just be a little more difficult to keep cool. Because this isn't actually heating you up thermally. Well, it is because it's hot, but if you, they have a lot of foods that are actually cold as far as temperature, but hot as far as spice. Capsaicin. That's just part of a toolkit for staying cool in the desert. Only one of these left. I did not think I was going to use all of these and all of this, plus more. It's all the jalapenos. I'd like to thank the donors to Genichiro Mega Systems for giving me donation money. With that money, one of the things I bought is this camera that is being filmed on. And that's why I'm coming at you at 60 frames per second, because before like a month ago, my best camera only did 30 frames per second. Thank you to the donors of Genichiro Mega Systems for half of these frames every second. That sounded like an outro. It was not. This isn't done yet. And thank you to the donors of Genichiro Mega Systems for helping me afford a bowl of soup. This is almost done. We made it. We made it. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. Just gotta remember to stop inhaling for a few seconds when you bring the food up to your mouth. There's only a few noodles left. But still a good percentage of the broth left. I'm gonna flip over the recording again on this track. My brother one time was dining with white folk, and they were having some spaghetti with forks. And he learned a new social custom that day. And he told me about it. He comes home the next day and he's like, did you know that in white people culture, you're not supposed to leave the noodles dangling out of your mouth? I said, fuck off, you're joking, right? I said, no. When you put the noodles in your mouth, you're supposed to put the whole noodles in and not either slurp up the rest or shovel the rest in. I said, how the fuck do you do that? And he says, well, you take the fork and you put it in, and then you pick up some and then you twist it until all the noodles on the fork. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I've never heard of this before. I've lived this many years and I never knew about white people spaghetti etiquette. Come on, you're making this up. There's still a good percentage of this broth left. Not much left. I'm fine. It's about 90% of the noodles down. And only about a quarter of the broth left. Screensaver. Oh, I think the cayenne powder sort of collects at the bottom a little, makes the last of the broth even more spicy. Yeah. I didn't know about that. That will be difficult. My lips are on fire again. Alright, I'm gonna flip over both recordings. I'll be done in a couple minutes. Well, what the heck just happened there? Whoo! Okay. Oh yeah. A friend of mine recently tried to infect me with his Cantonese accent, and yeah, I just noticed during this. He did. You got me. I thought it wasn't working, and he's like, ah, it's working. No, because I keep saying noodles now. Son of a bitch. Shit. Oh shit, he's gonna enjoy that. All right, just a few sips of the broth left, and then the bottom of the bag stuff. That fill. All the broth is done. All done. Oh wait, there's still a few drops left.